Today we're going to chapter 30, government expenditure and trade, net trade. What is government itself? Government is a system that governs a society. So government is a system that governs an organized society or state. So why do government spend? Because government expenditure means government spending. So what are the reasons government spend in an economy? Well, I wrote, government intervene in the society through spending on a wide range of goods and services. For example, they fund public goods such as defense and court system. Also, they fund merit goods such as education and health. So, at this point, one way in which government control the society is through intervention. And when government is intervening in the society, when government is trying to intervene, it would have been as a result of spending more to increase or to increase education, which is a merit good, or healthcare, which is also a merit good. Government can also spend to increase defense in the society or in the country or through the court system. So spending of government varies, and they have different priorities why they spend. So government decisions regarding taxation and spending are what we call fiscal policy. So there's what we call fiscal policy, which is the use of taxation and government spending to correct or to control or to manipulate the economy. So one of the reasons why government will spend is, like I said earlier, to fund or to finance public goods or merit goods. Government spending occurs when it feels that it is important to decide on certain aspects of the economy. For example, government may decide to spend on education and training to improve the country's human capital. So government may take decision to spend on education because it wants to improve the skills of its workforce. So if government is prioritizing skills of the workforce to make them attractive for employers, then government might start spending on education and training, because education and training will improve the skills of people. That's human capital. This is likely to improve the skills, like I said. Another reason is this: the government may want the level of economic activity to increase or decrease. Another reason why government would spend is to change the level of to change the economic activity of a country. They might want to increase the economic activity of a country or reduce the economic activity of a country. How do they do that? I wrote, higher government spending will boost the economy as total spending will increase and so affect variables such as unemployment and inflation. So we are taking unemployment and inflation as the yardstick to boost economic activity. So we're taking unemployment and inflation to boost as a yardstick on economic activity. So for unemployment, I wrote, government will increase spending, which allows aggregate demand to increase, therefore increase employment opportunities. Government of the country might want the economic activity to increase. To do that, government will increase its spending. So if government increases spending, it means aggregate demand in the economy will increase. And as soon as aggregate demand in the economy increases, firms will have the incentive to increase their output. And to do that, they might want to employ more workers. So government spending, increase in government spending would increase employment opportunity and reduce unemployment. That is, if government wants to increase the economic activity. But what is the consequence of increased economic activity? It will bring about inflation. And when there is inflation, what can we do about inflation? Inflation could be as a result of demand pull inflation. So I wrote, if the economy is increasing rapidly, this may lead to demand pull inflation. Government might reduce spending. This will reduce demand in the economy and so reduce inflation. So if economic activity is booming, aggregate demand in the economy would increase, therefore bringing about demand pull inflation. And if there's demand pull inflation, what happens? Prices becomes higher. Government might want to intervene. How can government intervene? Government will reduce its spending. So if government reduces spending, definitely demand in the economy would fall. So if demand in the economy falls, demand pull inflation will be corrected. So these are the reasons why government would want to spend within an economy. I've said earlier, government might want to spend. Government will use fiscal policy, which is taxation or subsidy, to manipulate the economy or to correct the economy. So there might be market failure within the economy. If there's market failure within the economy, maybe the price mechanism, the private sector are not producing more the merit goods. So government might intervene. Government might spend more to produce goods such as education and healthcare, which are merit goods. That's one of the reasons why government spend. Government might want to spend to increase human capital, to improve human capital within the economy. And why does government want to spend on human capital? Government wants to do this to improve the skills of the workforce in that country so that they become attractive to employers, especially multinationals. Government might also want to spend to either increase economic activity or reduce economic activity. To increase the economic activity, government might want to spend more so that aggregate demand in the economy would increase. And if aggregate demand in the economy increases, firms would need more workers to meet up with the demand in the economy, and that would reduce unemployment. That will reduce unemployment or increase employment opportunity. And if government wants to reduce economic activity based on the fact that there's inflation, government might reduce its spending. And if government reduces spending, aggregate demand in the economy would fall. And if demand in the economy falls, demand pull inflation would also reduce. So this is all about government's expenditure for now. So in the next class, we're going to talk about other policies.